Alright, what's up, Reefers? Welcome to another episode of Alex Explore Corals. I'm your host, Alex Wilson, and today I have another update on the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's take a look. Today's another day. Yeah, I got my fish bowl right there. Threw in a little bit of some of the fish eggs. So the shrimp's right up there going crazy, getting his breakfast. And the yellow tank's waiting for the nori, of course. So, anyway, let's give an update on today and some few things that I forgot to mention. I remember Reef's looking about the same today. Yellow tank's freaking out. Okay, I wanted to, on the lighting right here, I mentioned I'm using a combination of the Ecotech Radions along with two Kessel 360Xs, and the 360s, they're I have them on there not all on the same time right now, so it's either just one on or one off right now. And if I wanted to later on, if I wanted more light, I could do that. Right now I have it like a 60% on the radions, and they're 15 inches above the water, so I could bring that down and bring the radions way up. And so the radions are my main lighting, and the Kessels are on there just for a little bit of shimmer fun. But I have them on just, when they're on at the same time, you can't see much of the shimmer anyway. But I also have these, when I mounted it, they're mounted to the ceiling, and I should have followed the advice given by Jake Adams over at Reef Builders, where he was saying that it's, I just did it in the middle right there, but it would have been better to have it more towards the front of the aquarium, because then I could angle it a little bit towards the back. And there's two reasons that's advantageous. The first is that if you kind of get it angled toward the back like that, then some of the corals will kind of grow, instead of growing straight up and look at you, they kind of grow straight towards the glass, and you get a little bit better of a viewing angle. But the second reason is that you can angle it back so you don't get quite as much light in your eyes, especially in this case, whereas this is a living room. So, and that's why I put on there those little flaps, if you can see them. I just glued on there some flaps, and that kind of keeps the glare down, at least from, several of probably 3/4 of my seating positions here in my living room. So. But this is just glued on there. That's one of the radions, and there's the Kessel on there. So, let's check it out. This is a different, from the back of them right there. You get a better angle, see what it's doing. But it helps a little back there. So, and let's see, we got my sump down here. Yellow tank's waiting for his food. But I got this. I said this was a red. It's not a Red Sea protein skimmer. This is the Reef Octopus, right? Yeah, this is the external 110 Reef Octopus. And so then I have the skimmer cup that drained down into a 1-gallon bucket in the back of the aquarium. So that way I could just go long periods of time and have it filled up and then toss it. And so, right now I have it off. But when I do have it on, I had it on just to break it in, and I did that for, a couple of weeks to break it in. So, but right now I have it off. Except when I do have it on, it's on a timer for just at night. And so, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys today is, well, before I come back to the corals over here, I got a new Arco, but I want to show you too is my RO system, which I have under the sink here. And, I just have a typical system where I have a brute trash can in the back on my patio right there, and for the aquarium, and it comes out the back there. So as a float fills up, I usually mix it up in the last me. But what I wanted to mention over here is this new RO system that I decided to use on it. And what I'm using is this brand right here. It's called Water Drop. And I really like it because it's a simple RO system, right? And that it is just, it's an all-in-one. It's like a 5-in-1 filter system. So all I have to do is I pop it off right there. Face comes off. I just pull out one filter. It's one filter that is it's a 5-in-1 filter, right? So it's a reverse osmosis, combined with all of the carbons as well as the pre-filters and the mechanical filters, right, that your typical RO system will have on it. So that, yeah, you just change the filter out once a year is what the recommended rate is. So, but it's really easy to pull out. Just press a button right there and just one big filter that pulls out, and I just pop it right back in. And so, in addition to that though, because, they don't have the deionization filter for that. So I bought a separate deionization filter that I put right there, and that runs after that. For aquariums to take off that. And this one right here is the Aquatic Life. So I just stuck it on there, and that should do that as far as taking out any of the ions and then the unwanted nitrates and phosphates and silicates that are of main concern for Aquarius, right? Yep. So that's it, and I just have it come up here to the sink, straight right there, and I usually just fill up all of my 1-gallon water jugs right here using just a funnel into the 1-gallon jugs, right, and fill it up. So that's what I'm doing there. And update on this system right here. Because I was getting so much shade right here in the corner that this heliofungia was just completely shading out that whole mushroom corner right there. I was worried about it getting enough light, so I just grabbed my 160 Kessel blue and stuck it on the corner right here just to get it some light right there, and sure enough it works pretty good. And Jake Adams is right, the Kessel 160 is like the ultimate just kind of kind of like all for kind of your utility light. That's the expression that he used that I was trying to remember. Anyway, the ultimate utility light. So, and they also have like a more of a flexible end that I probably should order, where I can direct it, kind of angle the light around, which would be good in this case too. I could angle it back towards that corner a little bit better. But anyway, this gets it pretty good. So you can take a look at it right here. It's just getting completely shaded out, but this light right here is just get some little light right in here. So I got these 2 mushroom rocks right there. I got the finger leather, and the Cinerino was getting enough light, as well as the Stylophora, but there we go. And so I got this new Aquapora from LA Reef this morning, so I put him in here and I kind of rearranged everything, well, a few things. So that's why I turned the flow off, so everything's a little some things are closed, but yeah, so here's the Aquapora frag I got. Of course, it's a real tiny 1-inch little frag that you can't even see when I pull it back over here, right? But actually looks like it's got good color. I was worried about it kind of like, it did get a little colder last night again, but it looks good. And I went through, I got it and just floated it up there, even though it probably wasn't necessary. I didn't have that much time to, well, I had extra time for it, nothing else for it to do. And I hit the plug with the hydrogen peroxide, which is what I normally do, just for a couple minutes, instead of setting the frag and everything, which is pretty hard on the coral as well. But I dipped it, and my dip process is that, for me, it's just easier to do one really quick 5-minute dip, just to keep the stress really low on the coral. And I know it's not recommended, but I do a mixed dip. So I put in there I just mix them all together. All the dips that I have, I put them all and just do one quick 5-minute dip. So, hopefully we won't have some strange chemical reaction and kill the coral. But no, I haven't had that problem yet. So anyway, let's see if I can get a close up of them here. And hopefully it'll live, and it won't. Let's see. I'm gonna get Yep. And so there it is, and I'm really, really surprised that it already has polyp extension that's pretty good. Polyps are actually out on it. A lot of times, well, most of the times in the past, if I did get any polyp extension at all, it wouldn't be until like a week later or something, So anyway, the polyps are out, shocked, so hopefully this green slimer will start to grow and take over this whole aquarium, and I'll have to frag it out and everything, but hopefully it'll start to grow, take over this frag plug, instead of just reseeding, instead of just a reseeding tissue, which I've always had with all of my small polyp corals. And another thing I like to mention, I try to avoid acronyms in general. I'll say instead of SPS, I'll say the small polyp corals, just because if people aren't in the hobby and they hear you talking and you're all of the acronyms, it just sounds like you're speaking a foreign language, which is true in everything, including computer scientists and everything, and whatever field you're into. I'm a computer scientist by education, right? So anyway, computer engineer. And so anyway, here he is, looking good. Yeah, hopefully we'll do. See, I've got whole bunch of copepods in here. Hopefully the copepod won't eat it, start bothering them. But like I've seen them too, kind of like bothering the clams. So if we get all along the shells and kind of irritate them a little bit, and I don't know if they're biting them or what, but I guess it's okay. Pulpus, yeah, move these guys around a little bit. The Maximus. Yeah, so, and then, okay, on this one here, see the hammer's definitely getting bigger, as well as the frog spawn in the back, and it's just the octo spawn is still closed, but anyway, it looks like they're coming back a little bit. But I did test the nitrates yesterday, and this one is up to 33, so it went way up. It's just like in one day it was 20, then the next day on me it was up to 33 right now, so went up a little bit too far on me. But to counteract that, I'm using the Nopox. So the Nopox has 3 different levels, right? It has, and it's convenient because each dosing level is a multiple of the first. So you have the base, dose level. So then you have the next level up, and that's twice that. Right, and then you have the highest level, and it's 3 times the original dose. So it's an easy way of kind of keeping track of it. And so I was running the minimum dose on this, and that's what I have on my main display right now. And so with the increased nitrates on it, I'm gonna my phosphates are okay. They're right at I guess 0.13. So I'm just gonna increase the Nopox to the maximum dosage, which is the 3 dose, And yeah, I've seen in the past, when it's gotten not that high, but it's gotten a little bit high, it'll take it about a week or two, for it to start dropping down a little bit. So I'm not super worried right there, but I think it's because I was dosing way too much phytoplankton, so moving back on that and switched over to the Benner Reef right here, and might even stop that until it goes down. But anyway, I'm testing every other day now, so I think that'll really be good to keep an eye on it. So yeah, keep an eye out for the next update, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.